Wow, that was lucky that it actually ended up in kind of the right spot. I just found my webcam right now. Welcome to the Hot Mess Express. This is your captain speaking. They don't do that on trains. Anyway, I overslept because my brain wouldn't let me not update my shit for my characters in Art Fight. So I did it. Your conductor. Yeah, but do they even like talk to you? I don't feel like they do. One time I heard a conductor talking to a passenger. It was because their bike was in the way, and he was all he was like, "You right there, you need to move your thing." And then the dude said, "Shut the fuck up! I'm gonna kill your whole family." As he was walking through the car, it was really funny and also scary, but also yeah. Anyway, trains. That should work. It worked. Hot diggity. Yeah, well, I guess the conductor demands ticket. Oh yeah, yeah. No, I'm thinking of Bart. Train conductor's different. Anyway, hi, how's it going? Yeah, I've been on an actual train with like real boy conductors and everything like once. Otherwise, it's been like Caltrain, which is like diet train, and BART, which is what they have in San Francisco and like East Bay and all that jazz. Caltrain is a train. Did the conductor walk through and collect your shit? I think I only saw them once. I don't know. Caltrain is. I miss the train. Train is good. Train's nice. All right, I'm sending my art referencials. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, since I've been talking about it, look at this shit. Look at this shit. Where is it? Look at this shit that you cannot see. Where is it? There it is. I'm not used to this being the cover thing. But yeah, so updated the reference sheet from my little man Charlie. Here he is in all his bacon strip goodness. This little man. He's got a little hat. Turns into a bee-bot. Whoa. Maybe he's fighting a tissue box. It's art fight and cat fight, but not like a cat fight. But yeah, he's got a hat, turns into a bee, and then the bee hat turns into a sword, and he's like, "Go get some!" He talks like this. Impression's easier to do the more tired I am. He loves a good cup of coffee. I like Squished Charlie down there the most. He's my favorite. He's the best. Warm. Like the SpongeBob noise. So these are some of my characters. This is the man himself. This is the eponymous titular character. It's Chompy from Chompy and Charlie. The thing that I've been working on for a while. Loves coffee. Speaking of which, nice cup of coffee. Chompy. There he is. Like I said, a Robo Pants made by Charlie. Here they are together. This is kind of the older color palette. If it looks a little crunchy, I don't know if y'all can even see from there because Twitch maxes out at such a low resolution. But I had to literally take a screen cap on my iPad while I was on Instagram to get these back because I lost the original files, which really busted my balls. But anyway, here's a little fella. This is the only time I've actually drawn his hand without the boxing glove on it, by the way. Not like the only time, but like this is the only time this is the first time anybody has seen that. I think it's interesting. I had this dude since second grade or third grade. Put it back? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He's just look, there it is. Look, see? Boxing glove. There's no hand here. No hand there. Only boxing glove. There it is. Like a candy apple. This is the old sheet for Charlie. This is when I was using the other color palette. I really like this expression a lot. A lot. What the heck was that? See, there he is, enjoying some coffee. It's a good man. This is Catherine, the Shark Tank. She is and has a Shark Tank. I got some good descriptions on Art Fight. If you want to follow me, oh, I should make a link for that. Oh, that'd be so smart. That'd be. Someone's dropping shit in the kitchen at all times. There's always at least one person dropping at least one thing in the kitchen. That's how it goes. Oh, let me plug in my phone. Anyway, how are you guys doing? How was your stream? Jack. Thank you for the raid. That was very nice. I got a couple right here. I'm gonna start with revenge. You always gotta start with revenge. Stream was good, nice. You finished Swartzard. Good old Largand of Zargan Swartzard. That's what you call it. If you have brain damage, who give me a notification? Who give me a notification? Who did it? Whopping Squid is now following me. Awesome. Alright, Lozad is dead. Long live milk. You know, I have been known to say that myself on occasion. Alright, so I'm gonna send myself. Whoa. I could just leave the reference on my phone, but I think it's better. It's just better content and more enjoyable for everybody, including myself, to send the reference to work with within Procreate. Yes. Good old Squartard. Now, I am torn, excuse me, I'm torn between Tulip or Nexus. I'm torn. Tulip would be kind of fun because last time I drew Tulip, actually, hold on, I think they're still in here. Tulip's way down here. Could be wrong. No, it is not on this. It was on my Instagram. Fudge. It's fine. Um, but Tulip or Nexus? I do like a big sword. I do like a big old swordaroo. So Jack draws games as characters. Tulip is fun. It would be kind of cool to do like a run back because the Tulip design that I drew back in the day was the old design. Then you updated it. Now I'd be doing with my updated art style. So I think that's the best. I think that's the best. I think that's the best decision. What are your thoughts? It's been updated a little, yeah. Like same general concept. I literally said the same thing, basically. Don't be weird, she's a child about Chompy. I'm like, don't fucking do any not safe for work shit. He's a baby. He's a little baby guy. And you're a monster if you do. I was put that in the description. I have global character descriptions that are like very, very, very minimal. But like for Chompy, I was like, please don't draw him getting hurt. Unless it's like in a cartoony way. And don't do anything weird, please. Like I actually genuinely felt I was like, he's my little guy, he's my son. He's my son. Give me back my son. Alright, well let's go. I'm gonna take this picture of Tulip. Transfer it. Fuck ass shit. 1 second. There we go. There we go. Save the photos. Send it myself. I'm gonna mail that box to myself. Okay. Send it to myself. Oh, that's right. Nice, nice, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Outstanding. Oh, and I'm remember to put do not disturb mode so I don't get any text on the stream. Do do do. Avoiding doxing myself. Do 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 do. All right. Let's go. 5 megabytes, if I'm not mistaken. 5 megabytes or less. Let's do a nice tasty square. Because squares are a good shape. Yeah. Okay, cool. Gonna import some shit. Insert a photo. 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 Oh. Yeah, it's Tulip. 11-year-old cyborg. The vein, like the sort of like chlorophyll, technological chlorophyll leg veins are pretty fucking cool. Like creepy, but overall cute design. It's nice. It's cool. Alright, hold on. I'll make you smaller. Tulip becomes small. Yeah, good stuff, good stuff. Mayhaps, mayhaps I will do a smart. Hold on a second. You go to heck real quick. I'll do a smart reference. Image. Import. Tulip. Yeah, there we go. That's a smarter setup because that means it's no longer connected to the no longer connected to the fucking layers. See what I mean? See? So now if I'm gonna do I'm gonna do an animation, which I am gonna do. I'm gonna try my best. Try my best, cause smoke 'em if you got 'em. I got 'em. I'm animated. Feel free to use your own color palette if you do. Yeah, yeah, I was going to. No one can stop me. Ha ha ha. Yeah, and reciprocally, I put my color palette there as a an option and suggestion. It is not mandatory, but it also might be fun to work with this palette that I have developed for so long. So many, so many, yes. So many wasted years. Putting colors on papers. Not papers. I don't do paper anymore. I'm a charlatan. Who the fuck is falling all over themselves in the kitchen? Anyway, I figured you would, but I thought I'd express thank you. I appreciate it. Much nice, much nice. Okay. So, when I say okay, so, I always think about oh cheese, because queso is how you say cheese in Spanish, so it's like oh cheese. Ah, cheese. Whoop, whoop. Some are getting mad. First, let's do a little sketch to establish what she looks like. Go for it. Enjoy your lunch. Small, 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 small. Small. Little tiny small. Little tiny guy. Do, 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 do. Fellow artists in chat. What is like of human features for you? What is like an Achilles heel that you really just like like a specific body part or for your humanoid feature? What's something you're like every time you come to draw it, you're like, I really gotta practice this, but I don't fucking want to. It fucking sucks. For me, it's like hair, like cute rendered hair. You know what I mean? I like actual, or rather, hair that's like actually realistic as opposed to hyper stylized. Like I could do stylized all day, right? Um, you know, geometric shit, whatever. But like actual factual hair looking hair, even like anime style, like semi realistic hair, I'm just like, nah, this is not my strength. I wonder if that's why I end up drawing so many like weird entities or object heads or cartoony characters. It's like no hair. You know what I mean? Think about all the wait a minute. Outside of like the graphic novel that I left to die, I have a hard time trying people from behind. Hey, you tried it, huh? Trying people from behind, trying to hit him with a blackjack like some kind of mobster goon. Yeah, I knew what you meant. I'm just giving you a hard time. We play up the comedy of Kenjamin Thumbs because you yourself do it. Mm, I'm just eating eggs, man. Don't worry about it. Mm, dude, autocorrect is out for blood now. It is absolutely out for blood. I have a thought. I caught that. I shouldn't have caught that, but I did. I have a thought that one of the reasons that autocorrect is so aggressive and also wrong now is, I think, in the same vein as like most of the other problems that we're dealing with on the internet right now, technologically at least, where they hyped up the AI aspect of it. They were like, "Oh yeah, for sure. Like everything's AI. Let's go. AI all the time, nonstop, full speed ahead." And they did what every other corporation did, and they turned everything over to AI before it was baked fully. And lo and behold, it doesn't work properly. Just an inference based on what I have seen everywhere else. That's my guess. My yeah, hair is definitely not my strong suit though. Solid rationale. Yeah, I think that's what happened because there's a lot of weird decisions that it wasn't making before that it is now, and it's just like yeah, I 100% wouldn't put it past corporations.
Hello, are you a man? Are you so cute? Don't look at the vacuum noise.
I don't think y'all can hear that, right? Maybe a little bit. I'm looking at the levels. I'm like, might be fan noise though. Anywho, maybe you want to come up? No, maybe, baby. I know the noise stopped. Come here. It's my little baby cat. Who's my little baby cat? Come here. All right. Little Junji Ito, like 3-line nose, seeped into me after reading enough of his stuff. Super, super, super fine, super minimalist. You know exactly what lines to put where. I'm trying to get better at it. I have a shirt that is a panel, the panel from Uzumaki with the girl with her head turning into a funnel, like a black hole, and she's holding her hat. And it's just such a beautiful piece of art because he's an incredible visual artist. Um, and I was just studying it when I was just like washing my hands. I had it in the mirror. I was like, damn. Every time I look at it, I'm like, that's cool. I'm a big fan of art and media that when you interact with it, it feels like every single time you do so, you learn something. You know what I mean? I think when there's an execution or a level of skill beyond a certain point, it's like it's something to drink up every single time you like that. I think that speaks to the quality of a piece, and I like seeking out things like that. Animal day, yeah. So, dude, good to see you, friendo. Hope you are doing well or decent, all things considered. It's great to see you. This is one of Jack's characters. Tulip. What was the crash? I heard a vacuum, so I'm assuming it's pretty bad. What happened? If it's fine to say, whoop, I have the wrong brush. Eyebrows. Someone knocked two of the angular goblet glasses off the counter. Oh no. That's a shame. Like the little oh, I see. That's a damn shame. Putting her on blast. Putting her on blast in the stream. It's fine, there's only like four people here. It doesn't work to shame somebody if they don't show up to the streams. Now I'm doing it. The shade of it all. I love Retro Future. Antenna. Hi, Nave. You wanna come up? She's stomping over here being so precious. You need to at least attempt to conjure my creature. Thank you. I am just trying to get a feel for the character. So, a little bit like so. Be the silhouette action going on. I didn't read the full description, but you've had Tulip for a minute, right? One of your oldest characters. So I remember when we were uh, occasionally like doing those kid LARPing, playing pretend. Bring back the phrase playing pretend. LARP is for LARPers. When we were playing pretend back in the day when you were like very small, I remember you had Tulip. Tulip was still there. Oldest character, damn. They were kid LARPs. Yeah, but it's not LARPing. Yeah, well, yeah, but like, I mean, LARPing's a hell of a lot of a better word than what my brother and I called it because we didn't know there wasn't a word for it when we were doing it. So we called it we called them games with bodies, which if we described it to a stranger, it would probably be quite alarming. Oh, yeah, playing games with bodies like dead bodies. When you like poking them with sticks or something, casually necromancy. You know, it's fine. What's a little necromancy between friends? Boys will be boys. Just summoning the fucking souls of the damned, etc. Experimenting in this style. I have like a little too much mascara. She's just a little guy. 11-year-olds don't need mascara. If I have little eyelashes, it's fine. Beep boop bop. Heard it here first, folks. Not too glamorous. Do the shine in this one. Then with what I have in mind. It should work out just fine. I definitely have the problem of perpetually setting expectations too high because I do so little when left to my own devices that when I convince myself passively that when I finally get off my ass and do something that the rewards will be bountiful and immediate. But that's not the case. We had a pep talk last stream, whether y'all liked it or not. I just started going. Nobody redeemed a pep talk. I just heard the sound of my own voice and I kept going. That's why I stream. I was talking a little bit last time about. I did. Yeah, you did. You did. You retroactively validated my soapboxery, and I appreciate you for that, Kenjamin. But I was talking a little bit about lowering expectations and like how without entitlement there is no bitterness, stuff like that. I think it's very important. I'm not going to go through the whole diatribe again, but I just realized that I was kind of like nodding towards that, and it's like pop quiz, motherfucker. Ah, not that I need the pats on the back. I suppose it's my ND showing up. I'm too stupid right now. I was just like, new dog. what is what is ND? Neurodiv? I got it. I got it. Say no more, fam. We're in the same leaky boat. Same leaky boat. Nothing to worry about. Yeah, man. I got it. We got it. I got it. I definitely was like new dog at first, though. Inside me are two new dogs. Good, good for you. I feel like, and I am a pick me girl by default. You know, absolutely 100% quote unquote not like other girls, but it's like I definitely feel as though between between the two art styles that I've presented for art fight for my characters, I don't think there must be very few people who are as deep into the I have two sides. You know what I mean, right? That fucking meme that was around for a while. I think I fit that bill. I'm like the poster child for that shit, man. Like hold on. Just just to illustrate a point, like going from uh this, right? These guys to stuff like this, the same page, the same page. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh god. Maeve just draped herself across Moxie Moth's chest, and it's just like gently relaxing. She's the best cat in the world, man. Like, if you think your cat's the best, you're right. But my cat's amazing. She's so good. She's so fucking cute. Kenjamin, I tease Steph that I don't have two wolves inside of me. I have two 12-year-old boys, and they are high-fiving 13-year-old. That might have been a me typo this time. Well, I wasn't there for the conversation, so it could have easily been 12 as far as I was concerned. I didn't consider it a typo. You were scot-free. Unless one of the teenage boys within you that is high-fiving is named Scott, in which case you got a case of Scott. They had a birthday. Good for them. It's one perpetual birthday bash within Kenjamin. And that's nice. That's really nice. I I've been having just a perpetual. I think everybody does, but I was like so sure I was ready to start um, like a personal animation project before I had all these lovely commissions that I'm taking forever to hack away at, right? And I was looking at it and I was like, this is not unique enough. You know what I mean? It's giving like the bits that I had in the storyboard and shit were just a little bit too one thing or another. It's like, well, that's a little bit too like adult American animation. That's a little bit too worthy kids. It's a little bit too yada yada. I just felt like, and it's really really easy to just perpetually do that to yourself. To be like, well, before I do this, I need to do this. You know, to procrastinate. You know, I guess we were talking about a rival fallacy, and you know, it's like keep convincing yourself that there's more to do before you start, so you're kind of in this constant state of limbo. I just need to do it and just like be like, this is what it was. This is what it was when when I made it. This is my best when I made this, and then I you know refine it over time. I've already been refining this, you know, various art styles for literally years, right? If you include everything I've been doing up to this point, I've been drawing for 28 years. I realized that recently. I was like, that's hmm, that's a lot. My like my drawing career, because I started when I was 4. From there, you can guess my age. I don't think I'm secret about it. Jack, yeah, I think I've been drawing as long as I could hold a marker. Yeah, exactly. Maybe I was drawing before I was 4. The first time I remember like consciously drawing was when I was 4. That's where most of my memories, my first memories are from, is around that time. Being 4 years old. See what I could do with the bangs of my own style. But yeah, you know, it's like I'm just tripping over getting in my head and stuff as usual. It's so easy to do. Jack, I always wanted to be like Moxie when I was a kid. I think every kid looks up to their older sibling at some point, but that's kind of where my love of drawing started. I mean, that's exactly where mine started. Is my brother. Um, and if you're a patron, I actually said this like really early on in sort of like a blog post. I need to do that more. It's one of those things where it's like I'm so lazy that like if I'm like, well, only like 4 people are gonna see this, and you know most of them are family members, so I don't know. It's that is what I think that's what points to one of my main cardinal sins being sloth. Is there's like an active threshold before I do anything where it's like that isn't worth doing yet. You know what I mean? Applies to everything. I'm so lazy. And you could say like, "Well, no, you're not lazy. You have like ADHD or whatever." It's like there's both. It's both. I love sleeping. I love sleeping. I love doing nothing. If I was a villager, I was talking with Moxie Moth about this the other day. I was saying, I think, do you think I would be a smug villager or a lazy villager? And if there was a conjunction of the two, that's exactly what I'd be. I think at my heart and just in general, um, smug fits me better. You know what I mean? Like just thinking there weren't enough sparkles here. Shoom or whatever the hell that interaction is. That was the moment that I was like, yeah, yeah, okay, I'm smug. But lazy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I would be a lazy villager for sure, said Jack. Lazy. Yeah, I could definitely see it. I could definitely see it. Like a pastel. A pastel hamster or a teddy bear. Yeah, Mox is definitely a sheep. Precious little sheep. Probably a dog. Yeah, I could see that. Or like perfectly hamster shaped. Also, hamsters are cute. Hamsters are crazy, man. Have you seen videos of hamsters and they're just like some kind of like adorable little like pom pom with like bug eyes and a little face. Like, how did this occur? This is amazing. Rodents in general are just great. Like an overfed Pomeranian. Yeah, that's a vibe. It's a vibe. I'm either like an elk or like a sighthound. I definitely have dog tendencies, but I also have cat tendencies. You know what I mean? So sighthounds make sense. Mm-hmm. Also absurdly long. Just keep going. Lanky beam. Mm-mm-mm. It's very efficient, cute hair design. I said it. I said it. I think you were getting breakfast at the time. Knowing what to do with hair is definitely like a huge shortcoming of mine artistically. That's why I end up doing such like, exaggerated hair shapes. Cat-like personality, long and skinny, and either 0 or 100, and no in between. Also, no sense of direction. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Full-on greyhound. 100%. Moxiemoth, would you consider yourself a cat or a rat? If you can type and you are not um, drowning in love from your kitty cat. Running full speed in the wrong direction is very greyhound coded. Oh yeah. Um, we had a direct example. Um, I think it was for a birthday. I think it was a birthday. Yeah, yes, Kenjamin. I completely agree. 100% a himbo golden retriever and bless. But we had a direct example of how of Moxie Moth and my walk speed versus sense of direction, like both in equal measure. And in one moment, and we had the fortune and privilege of one of her family members getting us set up for like with a magic morning in Disneyland. I believe it was for a birthday, as I said. Correct me if I'm wrong. Um, but that's when you go to Disneyland and you can wake up at the hotel, like you could get into the park early before most people, other people with the Magic Morning can go there. And it's all quiet and stuff like that. We were just walking around. And we were like going from ride to ride, and there was, I think, it was people coming out. We were like, gotta go there. Like I think there was a ride that I was gonna go on, and Moxie wasn't. No, no, no. We were both going to the same place. That's right. That's right. Hold on. I need more coffee. Let me make my thinking thoughts go. So we were going to go to one spot, and I was feeling excited, so I wanted to run. Right? You were going to ride the Tower of Terror. Oh yeah, we were going to ride the Tower of Terror. Yes, absolutely. Um, and oh, I miss the Tower of Terror so much. You were gonna wait for me. Thank you. That's Sighthound energy in and of itself, I'm sure. Greyhound, just cool fish attention span. But yeah, so we were going. I was going to ride the Tower of Terror, and Moxie doesn't like drops at all. Makes them feel really bad in the body. Um, they've experienced it once. They're like, it's fine. And I was like, okay, cool. I'll go ahead. And you're like, and I start running, right? And you're like, but it's not. It's that way, right? And I just go in the complete opposite direction, and then like a crowd from the Cars ride just goes between us, and she's like, I guess I'll just walk there. And I ran like this weird circuitous route, and then we both ended up getting there at the exact same time. Yeah. And so we saw then and there that I'm very fast, and I have no sense of direction, and Moxie with her sense of direction moving very quite slowly, leisurely pace. It's just funny how it's like completely it just balances out in the silliest way. Yeah, Jack draws same drops are the worst. I even get that feeling on elevators. That sucks. Yeah, you saw a crowd going into cars and you just went with them for some reason. Yeah. The first thing I saw was shiny object. You know what I mean? It was very funny. It's like, well, it's fine. I acknowledge being a self-parody. We need a frog blink emote, one of us. Frog blinking sounds like a technique in One Piece. What? He can frog blink? Okay, that's a little bit of connectivity in the lines. I like that. So you blink one. Oh yeah, it's a good one. It's a pretty good gesture. That'll work okay. I put these little straight lines on everything as sort of like a very animatable detail. I like it a lot. I don't know if it gets tiresome, but like I put it on eyebrows, put it on here. Put this up a little bit. So I like what we had before. Yeah. Volume. Pump up the volume. Yeah. Make that more full of a circular shape. There's like an arc that I went through where I was like, I am never doing this again with a face because I went through like a huge how to draw manga phase, you know? Right? This little thing right here, little cheek, and I'm slowly integrating it back into my artistic diet because it is cute. You see it in a lot of cartoons and anime for a reason. I think it has its place. I'm just, there's a little bit of a knee jerk reaction of just like, oh man, the anime phase. It is inevitable. I mean, and it was extra funny when we were growing, when you were growing up to a certain extent, but like when we were growing up, especially me and Mox and like Kenj, for example, when it was like if you got into anime when you were like in like the 90s and 2000s when it was just getting popular, you were still kind of weird. Like Dragon Ball Z and stuff like that was on Toonami that was just kind of like spread like wildfire. It was a little bit less like that was fine because it was on, like uh like it was on like mainstream TV. But like if, with a second you got a little bit more adventurous, it's just like, what are you doing, man? It's like, no, shut up. It's good. It was more niche, yeah, definitely more niche. But now it's like it's kind of like in a lot of ways, especially with the trajectory that um, a lot of like Western cartoon providers took, anime is actually way more prevalent now than like Western cartoons. Not until like high school. Oh yeah, yeah. Jack Draw said anime still wasn't cool for a while when I was a kid. Not until like high school. Yeah, that's when it kind of like was cemented as like you ain't getting rid of this. This ain't even niche. Kenj, yeah, like you had to know the store to go to in order to find the obscure stuff. Yeah, exactly. My brother and I mentioned it before a little bit. My brother and I went to a shit ton um, of like Japanese hobby stores. Like my brother knew exactly where to go. He sought that out, and we ended up finding so much cool stuff because of it. We made like Gundam. He made like Gundam kits and stuff. That was good times. Good times. Um, I remember playing Super Puzzle Fighter 2 and a couple. There was like an assorted like arcade cabinet in one of the hobby stores, and I would play the fuck out of Super Puzzle Fighter 2, and I was awful at it. I still am not great. I can't do those special moves to save my life, but like I just love the colors and the it's so cute. Little little chibi Street Fighter. It's just like you're punching people via dropping, playing a puzzle game, a match game. It was very cute, very enjoyable. Moxie Month. I remember Dad driving us like 20 or 30 minutes to go to the store that had manga. Yeah, there were like a few places, few dealers. You know what I mean? Prevails of the exotic manga. Manga, some people say. That bugs me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Manga. It's all pure vowels, man. It's pure vowels. There was this dude I was talking to, Mango. Me when Mango, just the meme is really funny. But yeah, like there was this dude at like it was at like a Halloween party my friend was putting on, and it was back when I occasionally would go to parties, but nothing crazy. It was still a hard sell for me even before the pandemic. Now it's just like probably not, buddy. But like friend of mine invited me, and there's this dude there who I did not know who kept saying Junji Ito, and I gave him grace. I really tried to be like, oh yeah, Junji Ito. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's really good. Yeah, that Junji Ito. And he just would not yield. He kept saying Ito. I'm like, I'm gonna kill you. It got me so mad for no reason. I don't know. I was just like, bro, listen. Gonna need you to stop mispronouncing my boy's name. And like, there's not much to be done about it. People are gonna be people are not gonna understand. They're not gonna understand. I'm not gonna just like, all right, listen here, you little shit. In the middle, or just like, actually, I'm actually a dude at a birthday party that I don't like know everybody there. So I had to just like eat it. But it was very annoying. Get this first sketch, everything else will come together very fast.
So small.
This collar, what is this collar called? I'm sure y'all know, Maximoth and or Jack, whichever of you gets to it first. What is this called again? I was gonna say Peter Pan, but I was like, if I say that and it's wrong, I'll sound like a huge idiot. So thank you. It's so cute. It's like a little. It's so cute. Little. It's like a mustache for your clavicle. It reminds me of duck wings. If that makes sense. They're my favorite. I put them on like every design I could get away with. So many things like that for me. I'm like, and now this again, because I'm a one-trick pony. Diddly, 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 diddly. Where's my Mavis? It's almost. Oh, she's extending her little turkey leg to the heavens. It alarms me how small people can get. I often forget that kids exist. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess so. These are funny as hell, man. Just watching them do anything, just like flopping around. What are you doing over there, man? What are you doing? You can't even move right. It's great. Jack draws on Penny's VTuber model. She has a Peter Pan collar that looks like fairy wings. Oh, that's a great choice. What do you mean you aren't born 6 feet tall? I did. No, do you know what I was when I was born? I was a little, I was a little potato, 9 pounds. My mom is like small. She's not a tall woman. She's very petite. I was 9 pounds. That's like a pretty decently sized chicken. I had these big chubby cheeks. Everybody kissed them. Everybody wanted to pinch my little chubby cheeks. They called me a butterball, affectionately. I was just massive. And then I retained that mass. It just stretched out like I was made of Play-Doh over the course of my childhood. It's very funny. I don't know. Her and I might have been like 6 pounds combined. That's insane. I was three of you. I am still pretty significantly taller than you now, but that's crazy. Damn. Humans are interesting. The variations are so vast. Overalls. Automod. Ah, you may now say preemie. In the 8 pounds club, you and me, Kench. Massive little babies. I have to confirm with mom, but yeah, we were twins and preemie, so very small. Makes sense. What did it think I said? Preemie. Like saying, I guess saying it as an insult. Oh, guess what time it is?
Meep, meep. You want some food?
She's staring me down.
Meep. Come here, sweetie.
She's like, I'm tired. You do it. No, no. I'm gonna pre. I'm gonna pre, dude. Oh, you were never premature, loser. I could. You were born premature, loser. I could never. Is that what the Automod thinks? I don't think so, Kenj. I think it's literally like it's just like an offensive term. What kind of idiot is born early? That's like a vicious mockery. You're a short motherfucker and nobody likes you. Short, but like premature. Let it be known, in case this clip makes it out of context, I have nothing against short people. I prefer the idea that the Automod is thirsty. But like, who would say preemie in that context? That's freaky. I'm sorry, I grabbed your little body. Oh, hello, baby. Hello, oh, hello, baby. It's good to see you, Maeve. She always puts her little dirty paws on my face. I'm going to get diseases. Oh yes. Oh, you totally do have it out for short people. I married a short people. She's not exceptionally short. How are you, Moxie? Like god dang Paul Simon up up in here. He's a good kitty. Look how cute she is. Oh, she's a good baby. Look at her little peeps. You can't see nothing but her peeps and her ears. It's a good kitty. Oh yes. Oh, it's a good kitty. Well, I know that Randy Newman does. Short people got no reason to live. That was him, right? Do you want some food? Do you want some food? Look at your ear. Okay. Oh, careful. All right, let's get you some food. All right. I will be right back. Don't go nowhere. I will continue animating when I return. You're not a dummy, Kenjamin. You're just mistaken. People make mistakes. Like, don't make the mistake of leaving before I come back, because I'll be right back. Okay? Alright. See ya soon. Oh, what's up? Welcome back, slash thank you for your patience. Welcome back, etc., etc. How you crazy cats doing? Unlike my crazy cat, who is eating well as we speak. Still here. You lied to me. That's great. Thank you for your dishonesty. Just pose a little bit. Make it a little bit more interesting. Never let baby. Yes, what I'm talking about. I'm gonna make the head a little bit bigger proportionally. Just a smidge. Not to the point of absurdity. Beep boop bop, beep boop bop, boop bop, beep boop bow. Three on each side. I like kind of, and again, this is probably something that I adopted during my how to draw manga phase, but I was really big. I've always been really big on counting, and I applied that to like hair stuff. He's got three, it's reading Dragon Ball Z and shit. It's like, oh yeah, he's got two big poing things coming off this side of his head, and then this many coming off of the other side of his head. I did the same thing for my characters with different like amounts and stuff like that. But I think it's actually kind of fun to include that in one regard as like a an efforts to do as little as is needed specifically for your character designs is like how efficient can I be with these lines, right? And it can be pretty fun to be like, yes, this is the number that I associate with this character and that I want other people to associate with this character. It's like he's got four lines here, four lines here, four lines here, stuff like that. It can be quite interesting as an exercise and as a little design motif. That's what you want when you need a pair of dentures. You want motif. Yeah. How appropriate that I'm in a room that is largely silent. It's great. I could just imagine the crickets when any laughter that I see is delayed and in written form. So I can really imagine that if I make a particularly stupid joke, just the silence is deafening. Foghorns playing, the cane from the Apollo yanking me off screen. Looking good. Pardon me. Yeah, I think I can do it. A lot of the first part of the stream was spent with me doing a little tour of my characters and stuff like that and kind of hashing out what I wanted. Oh, chicken bay. Sour. Let's see. I think maybe I will increase the pigtail amplitude. Increase the amplitude. the pigtails. By the way, if at any point the things that are coming out of my mouth start to make sense to you, you should probably go to the hospital. Because that's like, I don't know, it's probably a bad sign. She has very fluffy hair. Yeah, I need to increase the amplitude. Pigtail amplitude. Yeah, I think that works. Kind of has the same general texture. I want this to reach the same height. I think it'll make for a stronger silhouette. Like what you had there is really nice. Black makes sense. You taste toast without eating any, or smell metal. Yeah, all the warning signs are there. You have heard it here first. Be safe and be cautious. If you start if you start to taste copper while I'm speaking, turn off the stream. Maybe take a chemical shower. I don't know. Take the precautions, any of them really. Just get out of there. It means my Fey or Eldritch influences have begun to seep into you. The brain rot has taken hold. There is no saving you. The black rot? Branding. Dubious branding. Hmm. All right. The eyes are one style that I do, and the nose is kind of another. So I'm gonna kind of, well, like a little alien without a nose. Cute. All right, let's see. So we're gonna audition noses real quick. When I'm doing this style, I usually do a slightly more rigid or geometric shape at the bottom, and I make it symmetrical generally. So let's see if I can do that. Nose audition. What will you be sniffing for us today, sir? Well, I forgot my sheet music, so I'll be sniffing Happy Birthday. Sorry to take your time, but next. Never done like a detached nose in this style. Maybe it'll look cute. Benjamin, I'm looking forward to your America's Got Talent debut. I'm sure that's making one particular watcher, VOD watcher or lurker, very unhappy, but they don't have the tools or bandwidth to articulate that. So I will stop. I will stop. It's actually really exhausting to sniff that aggressively. It's pretty funny. Someone's just worst nightmare sensorially. I think it even came through the mic. Okay, I could see it on mine. They probably just think it's air. Well, it's really funny. I don't think I can sniff any lower. It's really just Mox at this point. Only she can hear me sniffing. She's in the same room as me. Oh, you heard it? Happy birthday to you, Kent. Happy birthday to you, man. And the radical bros within your noggin that are high fiving at all times. I sure can. Thank you as always, chat, for helping me annoy my wife as efficiently as possible. I don't need the assistance. I'm quite proficient as is. Thank you for your service. You remembered. I did. You know, say an elephant never forgets. I don't know. Don't ask me, man. I just work here. Too small. No, it's too small. It's an artist that I follow who makes really, really good animations. Um, they have simplified all of the noses of their characters to the point where I'm like, I feel like this character's human, but I actually don't know, and I think that's an issue. But if the art's cool, does it really matter? I guess not.
Yeah.
Kid noses are like right in the freaking middle of their faces, usually. It's so interesting that ears and noses just like keep growing. That's fairly cute. Maybe I'll add a little line. Always cute. Go do that. This is a little bit too fine, I think, for the general aesthetic that I've got going on. This is very bold line work and stuff like that. Yeah, I miss it when it's gone, so that's a keeper. It's weird. This right here, these lines, they're not the nasolabial folds. They're specifically, which is these. That's what these are technically called. The cartoon mom lines. All you need to do is add that, and then immediately the character is like 10 to 20 years older. And then you add these, and you're like, oh man, that's just a cartoon mom. There you go, right? But this right here, I forget what it's called. Dimples. These are dimples. If you put them right here, dimples are cute. Most favorable aesthetic mutation. Um, but these are a difficult thing to balance sometimes. Like if you add them too liberally, then it can make your shit just look like a completely different art style. There's a lot of like Western, there's a lot of Western cartoons that lean on them really hard uh, for expressions and styles and stuff like that. Um, it's just a different. It's a very specific vibe, and you it's I think you need to use it sparingly unless you're actively working within like a Ed and Eddie adjacent style. You know what I mean? That's a good show. Did y'all watch Ed and Eddie? I know Moxie did. We've talked about it before. There we go. I think we're good. I think we're good. I'm just gonna do a quick just quickly animate as much as I can. Face. A little. It was solid. Yeah, it was funny. Like, I actually really remember enjoying it a lot. There's a lot of cartoons on there's a lot of cartoons on Cartoon Network, like the Cartoon lineup specifically. I remember being fantastic, and I was just like aesthetically and like humor wise, just really knockout. Dexter's Lab and shit. I watched the Powerpuff Girls. Um, there's a lot that I just don't remember particularly well, or don't remember like finding particularly amusing. But I definitely like watched a lot of it, and I'm just like, huh. I wonder why I watched so much of it if I wasn't getting like a huge and genuine reaction. Right? But yeah, like I remember liking a lot about Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. I don't remember a lot of laughs, and I wonder why. Because there's a lot of interesting and enjoyable things about the show, but it was also just like something about it. It just like didn't click with me, and I think that's kind of like it's kind of a challenge that's when you're making like a production of any kind, something like that. I think there's just something to be said for like the X factor shit that you just either something that you either have or you don't. Mouth. I'm not sure it was meant to be as funny as other cartoons. It was like yeah, goals are a lot of it. But I mean there's some things that I feel like were genuinely like supposed to be jokes or funny. What's up, Alicorn Piggy? Yes. We talk about cartoons. Specifically cartoons, specifically right now, Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Let's go. And how, like, I'm not sure I got what I was supposed to from it in terms of like I don't know if it was like if I missed the comedy or if it wasn't supposed to be funny in the same way as Moxie was saying. I'm sure that's part of it. Just like Maxwell Adams isn't it was not his intention for it to be just like outright comedy. But there were some things that were like I remember a couple of laughs. It's just like the difference between watching that and watching like Dexter's Lab, like that show. Whether it was like cool or funny, it hit every single thing that it was going for, from what I could tell. And yeah, I don't know. Dexter's Lab was just really strong. Right now, I'm drawing Jack's character for Art Fight. This is Tulip, longest standing OC. It's nice to have some like whether you like kind of refurbished them, right? Like redesigned them every once in a while, or like you come back and visit them every one from time to time. It's nice to have that one OC where you're like, dude, I've had this motherfucker for so long. They can vote. You know what I mean? Like that's crazy. She's definitely been through a few redesigns. Yeah, original Chompy was disturbing, very disturbing. Kenj, there were definitely some in jokes and references, like the Snake Plissken reference character. How many kids knew Escape from New York? Yeah, Haas Delgado. Well, that's the thing. I didn't know anything about Escape from New York, but the character himself was one of my favorites because he was just funny. Haas Delgado. Hey, he talks like this all the time. I mean, it's absurd. It's great. He has like an arm that's always a different like weapon. He was funny. He was enjoyable. One of the things I remember about Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy was the frickin' it was that show that perfectly illustrated one of my biggest like I wouldn't say it's a trigger because it's not associated with any like any trauma of any kind, but one of my biggest like reactive things in cartoons is things that should be happy, like losing power or energy or their lives or whatever, right? And because like that dude, that Stegosaurus thing was really freaking annoying, but he was like full on friendship, 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 and he was down. He was like, no, like, like I didn't really care about the character, but like something about an active illustration or conveyance of something cheerful meeting its end just destroys me. I couldn't watch. I mean, like I'm not good with gore anyway, but like I couldn't watch Happy Tree Friends. I hate that shit. I couldn't watch. I can't watch like anything like that. I think maybe it was specifically for you. Grew up, blew me. You were really batting 1,000 in terms of activating auto mod, Kenj, every single time. Even the things that I would assume are completely innocuous. It's like once per stream, Kenjamin has added another thing to the Bleck and Crew lexicon. It's your superpower. Yeah, it's pretty super. Filthy mind auto mod, filthy. Blew me, not on my watch. Pervert. What the come on. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do much rendering of any kind, but oh, bless you. But I'm definitely going to do some quick expression work. I think that'll be fun. How's your day, by the way, Alicorn Piggy? Dinobinoids, yeah. Jack, yeah, this is why you can't have a 100% automated mod. Robots don't understand context and nuance. Dinobinoids, full on friendship. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't understand the reference at all. It just felt like classic 90s, like 80s to 90s commercialism to me, but I guess that makes sense that it was a specific reference. Dino Saucers had such a banger intro. What the fuck is Dino Saucers? That's awesome. Dino Saucers. Are they full of dino sauce? Do they support dino cups? I gotta know, Kenjamin. I gotta know. These are the hard-hitting questions. Alien dinosaurs. I mean, that is very marketable. If I was a little guy in like the 80s and I saw that shit, I'd probably buy it. It's very Transformers coded. Yeah, I mean, like when you see Transformers take off, right? What are you gonna do? Not try to cash cow that, right? You're like, oh wow, wait, we need a slice of that transforming pie. Let's frickin' invent Transformers. What are we trying to do to attract little guys to our product? Well, okay, little guys like robots. Yeah, okay, cool. We've got robots that turn into cars. Great. Well, how about dinosaurs that turn into spaceships? There you go. Perfect. Perfect. Done deal. Pack it, ship it. It makes sense. I'd buy it. Like I said, I might buy it now if I had money. I don't. Oh, that's interesting. They turned it once per episode. They turned into their ancient counterparts and fought. I mean, transformation sequences are so smart when you have something that you're like, and that's 5 minutes we don't have to pay for after the first time. Yeah, I bet. It sounds great, Kenj. There we go. Animation assist. Oh, that's hard to see. That's very hard to see. There we go. Angry. That's what we're doing. Mhm. I'm actually gonna scoot it back after I've drawn it. Yeah, Kenjamin. I was thinking you'd have a lot of fun with Art Fight. Um, do you have any like established characters that are part of like a? I know you do. I know you've done a lot of like event stuff for like Kaijun and Mermaid, and actually I don't know how much you've done Mermaid. I know you've done Martial Robots and stuff. Um, but do you have any characters that you've just like designed and enjoy just for the sake of like designing them or enjoy them, or anything that you making for like a series of yours or like pipe dream game design stuff like that? I'm curious. We all know that Chompy is my like pipe dream character who is like I have so many ideas for them and I'm just never gonna I'm never gonna do them unless I become like independently wealthy and can blow a bundle on trying to make some video games of him because I have seen my good some good friends of mine absolutely pour themselves into solo dev, and I would love to do that. I respect it tremendously. The amount of things and the scale of things that I want to produce, I feel like it would be like I've been thinking this entire time. I was just like, hell yes, I want to make a game all by myself, and then I'm just thinking about it. It's like I have too many intersecting projects that I don't. I want to work with a studio that I can, I want to Sakurai that shit where I'm like, I'm like the brains and the director, and maybe I do the visual art for like a lot of it. But like, or like if I did all the visual art and then someone else did the coding, I could probably do that. So maybe someone else did the sound. Sound design's important to me, so maybe not that. Like, it's the balance between being an absolute control freak and also like just not physically having time. But I don't know. Maybe that's a contrivance. Maybe that's all in my noggin anyway. And the best thing to do is to just start. It's just like later. You know what I mean? I've got like really big projects lined up right now that I'm already not doing. I don't need another one. Kenj, I don't have too many OCs. I design a lot of characters, but maybe one or two that fit the bill. Jack, there's a ton of furries on Art Fight, so Kaijun designs would probably be a good thing to put up. Yeah, Kenj, I have a little TV head robot that I want to make a game around. Yeah, TV heads are awesome, and I've seen a couple of them. Not too many. Like it is definitely I'd say like 80% furries. Lots of comic ideas too. Yeah, if you just have any sketches lying around and want to put them up, it's just really fun. Jack, I really want to learn to code and make games someday. Me too. It's just it's one of those things where it's like you have your entire life. But also, if you want to make something good, you have to think about scale really, really hard. Really hard. There's some workarounds now, but like a lot of people utilizing pre-made assets because there are thousands upon millions of them on various websites, Unreal, stuff like that, right? But like me, I want handcrafted shit, the good stuff, and like I want to make things. I think my heart tells me I want to do something episodic, but also like here's the thing, right? You're expected to work on a game for the rest of your life now. Like just infinitely add to it, probably for free. And there's something wonderful about that, but also it's like I would need to have something that is formatted so that you can add shit to it progressively. Something that I love enough that I wouldn't mind doing that for the rest of my days, etc., etc. There's a lot of factors to think about. Kenjamin, honestly, you and Zkasai are my top go-to for audio once I have the money to make a game. I love Zkasai's work, and he's great to work with. Both of our problems is just we are very, very ADHD. That's the main thing, right? But other than that, if you could figure out how to like give us time frames respectively, we just knock some shit out for you. He's incredible at sound design. Um, Mox, did someone say TV head? Yeah, dude. Jack Ross, I love TV heads. Love Mox and me. Both of you reacted at the same time. TV head bots are my jam, says Kenj. Jack Ross, after my game design course, we should try to make a game jam together. Yeah, try a game jam together. Hell yeah. Kenj, I can't tell you how many times I've rewatched G Develop videos. Oh man, I bet. Concerned Ape really changed the dynamics of game design. He really did. He really did. Absolutely. Jack Ross, yeah, I always do better with a solid deadline. Yeah. But it is actually wild how much influence Stardew Valley had and just his constant work. And even in spite of all of the shit that he does and has done for free, people are still so unbelievably like entitled to his time. It's like you know that he didn't have to do this, right? He could have made any of this paid DLC, any of it. He didn't even have to keep updating it. Like, what do you want? Douchebags. It's not coming up fast enough. He's one guy. One guy. Crazy. A little too hard on that line. Surprise Pikachu face a little bit here. Yeah, poor concerned Dave. He pushed himself and made a fantastic game, and then somehow got himself stuck working on it until he had to put a strict boundary in place. Like, if you ever want my new game, quit pestering me, right? Kenj, I guess he's local to my area, and I just hope I've never cut him off in traffic. Lamau, oh no, indeed. What did I do for the first one? Yeah, that is a distinct possibility, isn't it? It's pretty funny. I love people like Concerned Ape for validating like my absolute jank ass setups for like my desk, etc., etc. I need a better setup, but it's not happening. It's not going to happen probably anytime in the foreseeable future. I just need a better chair, man. This shit sucks. What's up, LMR? You're not. Oh shit! You know it, dude. Put your freaking link. I'll follow you up right now. Yeah, I'm actually doing Jack Draws Games' character on the stream. Yeah, let's go. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, let's go, dude. I'm gonna follow you on my phone real quick because our fight's already open, etc. It's good to see you. How you been? LMR one. Okay, cool. Oh God. Yeah, really though. LMR underscore one. I see a tilde. I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use that to search you up. What is this notification? Oh yes. We're following. Yeah, I got I just updated my I was in like a fugue state last night and I was like I literally need to update my Chompy characters. Chompy and Charlie, my buddies, my pals. I stayed up way too late. I'm sorry, Mox. I'm an irresponsible person. Search. Find you, man. There you are. There you are. Hey, crystals, let's go. You are not forgiven. I'm sorry. That's fine. What happened? Did you spill some tea?
Still some tea.
Oh, shit. Please hold.
So I need the phone charger.
Okay, no problem. It is all good, baby. Yeah. Yeah, that is definitely. I'm so sorry that happened, sweetheart. Um,
I need to do this cover. This cover should probably go one. Right now, it really needs to go wash.
okay.
So just a coat of tea. Like it splashed mostly on this. It would probably just be wiped.
Yeah. It's a little bit right here.
Yeah, I know.
It's not too bad.
But this just got
Yeah.
serious. Like a base on
Yeah, definitely. All right, let me just put the BRB screen up.
it. Laundry should be ready to move, right? Yeah.
Sorry, folks. I'm gonna go ahead and put up the BRB screen for. I'm just gonna go ahead and put up the BRB screen for one hot second, and I will see you in just a moment. Just a moment. Oh yeah. All right, folks. Hey, thank you so much for your patience. Apologies. Um, sorry I didn't end up being able to read this LMR1. I've been all right, just existing. I don't remember if I was here after my diabetes diagnosis. No, I don't think so. I'm sorry to hear. What's up, Luke Vaderson? I have not read um your lovely post in the Black and Crew about Gundams because I was like, is this spoilers that I actually care about or not? But I am curious. But either way, I appreciate your passion, as I said. It's Type 1, though, so it ain't that. That's good. That's good. Fair enough. It's really long. Yeah, hey, we're pretty much all neurodivergent to some capacity. We get obsessive about the things that we love. I my gut is telling me, especially considering I only have about an hour left to pivot away from animation into a more. It's like I'm not sure if I want to do. I'm not sure if I want to do a full animation, like a little animation like I started, or if it would be less time to do like a render, like a nicer kind of like drawing of Tulip. I'm at a kind of fork in the road. This is Jack Draws Games' character. Jack Draws in chat. Tulip. We're doing art fight. Yep. You are followed, by the way, LMR. Is there a better way to pronounce that? Like lemur? Like is it like a crunch of an existing word, or is LMR the correct way to pronounce it? No, it's LMR. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Got it. Excellent. Thank you for the clarification. It's always like it's like you don't want to make it awkward if someone's pronouncing your name a specific way. It's better to do it. Better to front load that interaction. Be like, okay, here, this is how you pronounce it. There's a lot of when I was working in hospitality, which was a pretty decent chunk of my life. People really like saying Lamar, and I don't like that. Thank you. Absolutely. It's an acronym. Okay, that's what I figured from its capitalization, but I really wanted to make sure before I continuously mildly irritated you potentially for the over the course of however long. Because it would bug me. I was just popping off earlier about how some dude was saying Junji Ito when we were talking about him in this a dude I didn't know at a party, and he was saying it, and every time he said it and I said Ito, like trying to let him know, he didn't listen, and I was like so close to gouging his eyes out, it was like unhealthy. I was like, stop it. I'm gonna say Ito. Oh, sorry, you know what I mean, right? Anyway, petty. So I'm sensitive to petty nuisances. Luke Vaderson. Spoilers are just for a game called Gundam Missing Link, which is only on PS3. So unless you plan to play it, yeah, you should be fine. It should be fine if you can amass the energy to. Got it. Jack Draws Games. Yes, when you try to not be rude and suddenly correct someone like that, and they just ignore it, it is so frustrating. It's like I know you didn't. There's no way you didn't notice me being really emphatic and also nice about it, dude. Ask a question. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Little moments like that, I'm very like, whoa. But got it. Okay, cool. Thank you for that, Luke. Let's do this. A little surprise. And then she will get angry. I don't know what she's reacting to. Getting angry, but it's fun. Let's keep the face shape the same. One thing that I think is really difficult to do when you're drawing it's difficult to remember, especially depending on what habits you have been developing. But it's really easy to not factor in how malleable the face is. Like every time you talk that in a way that involves your jaw lowering, your chin changes shape a little bit. And it's again, it's another decision that's motivated. LMR reminds you of when someone called Makoto Date from Yakuza date instead of Date. No, no, don't apply fucking English pronunciation rules to something that is clearly a Japanese word. Like manga, dude. Back at manga again. I hate it. I can't stand it. A feminine mango. A manga. And even then you'd say manga. You know what I mean? Damn. There's no in Japanese. Luke. Someone once called me Luke Vanderson for like an extended period of time. I actually did accidentally the first time I saw you in chat, and I corrected. I hope it didn't go on for too long to be like this motherfucker right here. But I saw it and I was like, oh, Luke Vader. So I get it. I get the Star Wars reference. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Man, go. Where did he go? Another hard-hitting question for the Blackfoot streams. Yo, LMR, are you in the Blecken crew? No pressure whatsoever, but we're literally one person away from being 100 members strong, dude. You imagine that? It's crazy. I've barely done shit. Oh, okay. My last name is actually Jorgensen, Danish, so that's where the sin part comes from. Got it. But am I correct in extrapolating that it is a Star Wars reference? It's Luke, the son of Vader, Darth Vader, Vaderson. So you're just kind of riffing off of that? Okay, cool. Great. It's pretty clear to me once I saw that it was Vaderson and not Vanderson. Just wanted to make sure. Another Dane. Oh, yeah. Danish American Kenjamin 85. It is hard for me to read Dane and not immediately see Dante. Black what? The Blacking crew. Kenj, you know you can always tell a Dane, but you can't tell him much. Ah. It's a dad phrase. I like it. Yeah, it's my Discord server though. Some chat lags, I'm not sure when you're getting it. We are known as a stubborn people. I see. I'm so muddled. So many different flavors of vanilla. It's all just vanilla, man. I don't have much. I guess I'm more Scottish than anything, because my great grandfather came over from Scotland and his family, so that's pretty cool. On my mom's side, they were in like an old school like a vaudeville troupe, like a Scottish vaudeville troupe, if I recall correctly. I think that's pretty cool. There's a lot of showbiz in my blood, big and small. You know what I mean? It's cool. LMR, I'll think about it. I'm currently about to spooge $2,700 on a new sewing machine. Oh, badass. That's awesome. I mean, like, you don't need to pay to... Is chat just Scandinavians? I don't know if I have any Scandinavian. I'm sure it's in there somewhere. I'm like one of those white people that's just like English, French, Scottish, Irish, all the just everything. Just the British Isles in a pot. Joining the Discord is free, man. I was gonna say, like, what do you mean? Like, I don't know how that's relevant. And then I realized, oh, you mean like, yeah, like a subscription service. No, yeah. I don't do that. Denmark is in Scandinavia. There's established two Danes. Two Danes. When you said member, I thought no. I don't. Yeah, a Discord member. That's what it's called. But it's no sub required. It's just a cool spot to hang out. More the merrier. You know, it's becoming a really great community already, and we're just starting. So I'm really happy for it. Super fortunate. Consider myself very lucky. Yeah, that's a reasonable assumption. I should have specified. It's free to join. It's free. Yeah, I don't give a hoot. I think a lot of I think a lot of people who are just starting are following in the footsteps of larger content creators and stuff like that, and so they see the things that they're doing and are like, "Oh, I'm supposed to do this." But it's not time yet. You know what I mean? Like there's a couple of people that I know who do subscriber only discords, but they're only like they're under 1,000 followers, etc., or subscribers or whatever the hell, right? And so it's like you can't really. It's not really time yet. Like you want to grow right now. You want to build community so you can get people regularly hanging out with you, you know, build it from the ground up. You don't want to put a paywall for like a party of 5. You know what I mean? That's kind of like, I don't know. Just my 2 cents anyway, and no sense required to join the blogging crew. Anyway, Luke, I'm in the UK, so I'm on that time zone, but Danish heritage, very cool. Kenjamin, 200 years ago, a bunch of Scandinavians came to the Midwest and and got really uglies. Mm. That's a phrase. LMR. I mean, I'm currently at my server limit. I might be able to leave one IDK. Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. It's not, I'm not pushing you in any direction. Not pushing anybody. Just putting the offer out there. Anybody who wants to join. We're almost at 100 members. I'm going to give a unique role to the first 100 as like my day ones, because that's really nice. But please, like, no pressure whatsoever. It is a low stakes, open offer, open invitation. What kind of tablet you got? I got it's the iPad Pro. It's fine. I really like it. It's my favorite so far. I haven't really had the chance to work with anything more expensive or advanced because I am poor. This was already like a big gift from a lot of relatives because I needed to upgrade because my shit was dying constantly. So that was really nice. Much appreciated. Procreate just feels amazing though. There's a couple of things. I don't have as many beefs with it now, as many beefs with it now as I do with Procreate Dreams. So this is like the favored child in comparison. Don't even fucking get me started on Procreate Dreams. I'll be here for like an hour over. But like, yeah, I like Procreate a lot. It's cheap for what it can do. It has an animation software. It's fantastic. I learned a lot. I built my workflow around it, and I can honestly say that it feels great to use, even still. There's a couple of things I would change, like give me a line tool that isn't weird. Give me a shapes tool that I don't have to like do weird shit with my hands, like I'm casting a spell. Not to say I don't enjoy like the idea of casting spells with my art, but like I want options. You know what I mean? Anyway. Kenjamin, gotta throw in the Metalocalypse references always. Jack draws. Yeah, I've been thinking about whether I want to keep my Discord or not. Nothing really happens there, and I post my streams in the Blecking Crew and hang out there more often anyways. I don't mean to assimilate, but I am happy to have people promoting their shit and hanging out. I don't want to absorb if it's like not cool, but happy to have people bumping their shit. Jorgensen translates to son of Jorgen, but it's the most common name in Scandinavia, so like, damn, Jorgen was busy! LMR, well now there is pressure. I gotta gamble to be the 100th. Brutal. My first name is Nathan. That's brutal. This, at some point, it hurts my face. Boy really hates it. Metalocalypse is interesting because, like a lot of Adult Swim shows, it is almost more powerful in retrospect. Like, the scenarios and the quotes are almost funnier than even the show itself in the moment. It sticks with you. But it's still funny at the time, and then after the fact, you're like, that shit's so silly. It's so funny. Describing it is enjoyable. I feel like that was Adult Swim's, whether it was purposeful or not from show to show, I feel like that was what their goal was very sensibly, is to be as memeable as possible. And Adult Swim, even before there were memes that were called that, sounded like an old ass man shaking his fist at the sky. Even before there were memes like that, you know what I mean? Like they did things to be as quotable or funny in hindsight as possible. And I think that that's an interesting, it's a very interesting way to write, and I think it's actually way more finessed than it appears. Family Guy is like the straight for the jugular version of that, where they just crowbar in scenarios that are funny in hindsight, and it worked. It worked for them. Good for them. Family Guy, not necessarily my thing because I think it is way, way too dependent on shock humor and shock value, and I just don't give a shit. I just don't give a shit. It doesn't do anything for me personally. I can think of a couple of moments that I laughed at back in the day when I watched it a little here and there, but like it's not really my thing. My name is Raven Christensen, which translates to Raven, son of Kristen, which is basically as Viking as it gets. Damn, that's pretty hype, I gotta say. Well done. Ken, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Not me. Though Christensen is my middle name, my last name is the most British name to ever British in the history of British. Oh my god. Shaq draws. Yeah, shock humor is not for me. Ah, you're a Smith. Billington. That's very British. That's very British. Damn, my surname is Christensen, and now I'm sad I got the Anglican version. Kenj, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your loss of Viking cred. I think that's the right amount. Let me think real quick. Because I want sustainability is very important to me when especially when I'm this like sucked in with projects, etc. So here's what I'm gonna do. All right. I'm also sick of looking through my art streams. Really great vibes. 10 out of 10 vibes usually. I love the people. I love hanging out with people in chat. I love the conversations that we have, etc. Even if it's just me talking to whoever might be listening out there, if it's like a quiet day or whatever, right? I bring vibes okay for art streams, but I'm sick and tired of not finishing a goddamn thing. I'm sick of it, and I don't want to do it anymore. I want to fucking finish something. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go real fast and loose. I'm gonna lock in. I'm actually gonna start the stopwatch because I'm sick of it. Like I'm genuinely like like I'm lighthearted and stuff, but like let's get something done for God's sake. I'm sick of lagging on my goddamn commissions. They're taking way too long. I'm sick of just like I'm gonna design a character and then there's like 4 lines at the end of the stream. I'm sick of it. Anyway, LMR, I'm confirmed to be related to the manufacturer of Billington Sugar, but I'm too far of an offshoot to get any monetary gain from it. Lol. I hate that shit. I hate it. I was related to so many famous people, like directly bloodline shit, and my family just they didn't socialize really. They're so like remote that I like every relative that dies, I get nothing. And I don't give a shit about that beyond a certain point, but every once in a while when I look at my bank account, I'm like, it's a shame I didn't get any inheritance from anyone because I just like I'm not here as far as a lot of relatives are concerned. I don't go on Facebook for my own mental well-being. Just gonna do it. I'm just gonna instead of animating, right? Instead of animating because it's not gonna get done, right? It's foolishness. I love it. I love animation so much. Right now I'm too busy, so I'm gonna do something quick, and it's gonna be awesome. Sick ass pose. There we go. I'm gonna do a sick ass pose. I'm gonna do my level freaking best to do sick ass pose. All right, here we go. I'm still a fledgling artist, so 99% of my drawing process is just yelling and groaning at my canvas while I draw and hate how it looks the entire time. And then the last 1% is at the end where I'm like, ain't that bad after all. That's growth, motherfucker. That's great. I love that.
Foolishness, Dante. Foolishness.
Exactly. God, I love his goddamn voice. He had a cold and it's a vibe. Sick ass pose. It's coming. You ain't even know. Okay. Doodly bap, be bap bow. Shoulders. I'm Virgil again, straight Virgil it today.
This time I'm really going to Virgil it.
This favorite, I can't decide what my favorite Virgil line is between
My apologies, brother. I was so anxious to see you, I couldn't concentrate on preparations for the bash.
where he says bash is unbelievably good, or why isn't this working? God, that shit is funny. I laugh every single time. I should make it a point redeem, actually. That'd be so funny. Wait.
Must more blood be shed?
Exactly! Oh, I love it. It's so good.
Is something missing? Must more blood be shed?
I talked about it on stream, too. It's so much fun. I got the idea from my buddy Mato B, because he has some hilarious retro game and like obscure game point redeems, and it's just so much fun to just be able to contribute and chat with an annoying, like I speak in quotes all the time because echolalia, there will be bloodshed. The man in the mirror nods his head. But yeah, it's just so much fun. Little fellow, little small tiny, tiny small. Shit. Well, actually, that was correct. Smaller body. Break yourself against my body. Small beat. She rollered skate. Oh. Could put her in like a skate rink. That'd be kind of cute. No. Too much. Keep it simple. Hold on a second. I gotta do the vanishing point thing. This is really nice right here. This is one thing that I really enjoy about Procreate. Perspective. Boom. Put that shit over here. I'm gonna change the colors of it a little bit. I love big dynamic poses. I don't do enough of them. So here we go. Big sleeve. Faster. 4 minutes in. Not bad, not bad. It's funny. My concept of time is so bad that I'm just like, I feel like I have no idea if I've been drawing forever or for really a brief amount of time. So when I'm working, if I don't have a tracker like in Procreate, I have to actively like have a stopwatch. Otherwise, I have no idea how long something took. My favorite obscure game is Gregory Horror Show on PS2. It's an old Capcom game based on a CGI anime of the same name. It released only in Asia and Europe and basically played as Resident Evil for kids. What the fuck? That sounds incredible. I need to find a way to play that. I love B games. When I'm done with these, I'm doing two series right now, as y'all probably know by now. I'm doing Mega Monday, where I play through. I started with the Mega Man X games because I like it better than the classic. I'm sorry, guys. Playing Mega Man X games all the way through, and now I'm going through the Mega Man Zero games. and Devil May Cry Day Friday. Why isn't this working? Where I'm doing Devil May Cry in order of their release, not chronological order, in order of the technology advancing. But yeah, that sounds awesome. These are lyrics to a song that I don't know offhand, so I'm happy that y'all are having fun. Jack Trust. She used to have like robo legs that would hover, but then I thought it would be a fun callback to us playing as I just have them be skates. That's great. My time management skills it's dog shit. Mine are awful. Yeah, LMR1. It's pretty stable on PCSX2 these days if you're not above emulation. I'm certainly not above emulation, but it does scare me. I'm not going to lie. I need somebody to like actively like assure me. I get weird about shit like that, you know what I mean? Little shorts. Little shorts. Maybe I'll just have like oh god, I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting I have about separate layers. Here we go. Thumbs away. Sometimes I gotta do that. Just a quick sketch. Don't worry about it. Yeah, thumbs away. Okay, cool. I need to finish DMC3 because I'm playing the game in chronological order. I was told to skip basically 1 and 2 and go straight to 4 after 3. Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's good perspective to have to see how it progressed, but like I wouldn't recommend playing 2 off stream because it's just way more fun. Or if you play 2, just play Lucia's plot. Just play Lucia. She's a better. It was clearly designed for her, the game, and she's a much more enjoyable character to play overall. It's just more fun. Um, Jack Ross. It doesn't help that emulation download sites look sketchy as fuck. They really do. Like I feel like I'm gonna like if I sit in the wrong spot, I'm just gonna like get a disease. You know what I mean? Like one of those like dank and dreary DMV type deals where you're like, someone needs to take a wipe to one of these chairs, if not the entire place. Just hose it down. I don't like this place. You know, like a gas station bathroom. Ugh, bleh. I hate it. If Black can get through 2, you can get through 2. I believe in you. I did it. I really did it. It was not my favorite game, but it was enjoyable in its own way. I recommend doing it on stream. It's way more entertaining to have people commiserating with you. Yeah, but DMC2 is a meme fountain for Dante, e.g. King. Yeah, here's your crown. He's so edgy in that game. I don't like the way his face looks in that game. It's gross. He looks like a fucking replicant. It's gross. I don't get it. LMR. I know a very reliable ROM site, but IDK how much trouble I'll get into for mentioning it in chat. Yeah, you don't have to mention it in chat. You can DM me. I think we're at least in Edge of Allegoria or whatever the name changed to now. So you could send it to me in like a general chat and link me up. Yeah, I could share. You could always share it in the Discord. I'm not being pushy, Kenjamin. He's a denim guy in DMC2. Bro, if you look at my clips, I talk about diesel jeans for like 7 minutes total. It's so funny to me. The product placement. God damn, that shit is so fucking funny. It is amazing. These overalls are adorable, by the way. I like the sort of like plant petal motif. Jack, that's very cute. That's very cute. Also the big floofy kind of like leg warmer things to sort of like whimsy up. I believe in you, Bleck. I shield for my friends. Thank you, bro. I shield for you as well, as you know. Follow Kenjamin on YouTube, jamming games. Not just because he's my buddy, but also because it's actually like genuinely quite entertaining what I've seen so far. So I would recommend it. Um, but yeah, I feel like there's this. Oh, awesome! Thank you so much, Jack. I want to make myself a pair for my birthday this year. Gonna be fairy themed. That is awesome. That is awesome. LMR, I DM'd you the name of the site. Just be aware they're missing a lot of Nintendo games, as last year Nintendo gave them a smack. That makes sense, considering how much they're doing for the Virtual Console for the Nintendo Switch Online. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Shame, shame. But it's fine. Maybe I could find Mega Man Extreme there. I don't know. It's just like I don't know. I don't know. I guess maybe I'm just like a goody two shoes or a rule follower at heart, because it's just like it makes me feel ooky. These why? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this. You know what I'm gonna do? This. There we go. Perfect. Now it's one layer, and I can stop doing that like a dang idiot. Stealing doesn't count from big corporations and abandonware. Which Mega Man did you say? Extreme, the ones for the Game Boy? I think it was Game Boy Color. Mega Man Extreme 1 and 2, because I haven't played them at all, and I'm very curious about them. Um, and I feel like I'm missing something lore-wise. I think it's just internet shit. Like they're going into the internet, walking through the shadows of the past, echoes of former, that kind of shit. Right. Classic. Classic, like, non-canon departure that's, like, kind of canon. I don't know. It's like canon enough, you know what I mean? Right? It's like no real stakes, but like self-contained adventure. It's like a filler episode or like one of the Naruto movies that like didn't have any relevance to the plot, and you could tell it was like non-canon or irrelevant because Rock Lee actually won for once. Dude hates Rock Lee. I don't know what the fuck his problem is. Mm, that is great. Maybe I'll do that after the Mega Man Zeros. It's kind of like a well, if they have Mega Man X Command Mission, I need to play that because I have not ever, and um, I'd like to. That'd be cool. But anyway, yeah, thank you so much um, for pointing me in that right direction. Posing is like the most fun and most irritating part of drawing to me. It's like really hard, but it's also so satisfying. And if you don't do it well, your shit feels so lifeless. So it's just like you gotta do it's a necessary evil. And the better you get at it, the more satisfying it is. But like, dude, please. Please. Have mercy. Let me put that arm. The fact that you're doing this without a reference is insane to me. Practice, man. Animation also has helped in like so much. I might have to make her head a little bigger because I don't want her to look. I want her to retain that. This choice, by the way, for the leg warmers, as I was about to say earlier, is a really smart one for sort of blunting the silhouette to make a more childlike appearance. Make it like this is not a mature character. This is a youthful. This is an 11-year-old. It's a little baby, little tiny baby child thing. Don't look at it weird. You know what I mean? It's a good choice. It's a strong one. I think it's well done. Anyway, just putting that out there. You got come. Oh fuck yeah, dude! Thank you. Let's go. Luke Vaderson, any tips on how to draw? I need to make a concept sketches to make 3D models for a project. It's a long way off, but once it's done, I'll share it. Oh, that'd be great, dude. Yes, that's why I did it. Yeah, I could tell, and it works. I think it's a good kawaii move. I'm not just saying that as like a cringe elder millennial anime fan. It's like the kawaii movement was actually partially motivated by to combat the sexualization of girls and women. Genuinely, it's by design. There's like a kawaii fashion movement in Japan, right? Where that shit really started, right? And the goal was to just like, no, this is cute. This is not stop sexualizing us. It's great. You know what I mean, right? So I think it's just a very interesting. It's like kawaii is a counterculture movement. You know what I mean? It's kind of cool, right? It was already like it's already a cool fashion echelon, and then that avenue of it, I feel like is very it's very cool and deep, and I like that. LMR. There's about a 90% chance they'll have X game as long as it's retro and not Nintendo. Cool, yeah, makes sense. Kawaii is punk. It is. It is. I was reading about it. I was like, oh shit, that's so awesome, actually. But yeah, the more you know. Like, obviously, look it up yourself. Most things I say, I'm just a guy. You know what I mean? I don't like vet everything that I say before I say it. Most people don't look it up, but and correct me if I'm wrong. But like, that's my understanding. That's what I read. Jack tries. I learned a lot of my skills from YouTube tutorials. There's a guy on there, Mark Brunette, who has really good tutorials on anatomy and such. Yeah, the best advice I can give, right? The things that helped me the most um, are, and it might suck a little bit, right? So one thing that got me good at expressions and facial variation is really extreme caricatures. Like just draw a guy with a big nose, draw a guy with like really tiny eyes and a huge mouth, that kind of thing. Err on the side of like just like but don't be afraid to make it ugly. You know what I mean? Play. Find a way to find a state of play. Varying up your facial features will be really good. It's really easy to fall into the anime hole. Don't fall into the anime hole, man. Like where it's like same face all the time. I get really good at drawing one face. There's enough of that shit online. There's enough of it, right? Main thing I would say in terms of advice for learning to draw, study anatomy. Look at anatomy textbooks. Look at anatomy diagrams. You're like, what the fuck is going on inside my arm muscle when I'm moving it, right? Stay away from obvious. This is obvious on my channel because I'm very, very opposed to AI art in general. AI generated anything that's supposed to be creative and done by humans, I vehemently despise. Um, and AI reference images will hurt you because they're not correct. There will be something, however good it's getting, quote unquote, there will be something wrong and you won't know. Right? Find legit anatomical drawings, references, shit like that. Learn how it works, and moreover, do life drawing. There are little challenges that you can do when you're a little bit further on. I don't think you should jump straight into it because it's hard. Me too, Jack. It's all AI now. It's all ads and AI. It has been gutted completely. But yeah, like find reference sheets for like like anatomy. Do life drawing if you can, or draw photographs of humans in their own natural poses because it's really easy to do like hyper sinewy like you're like almost X-ray looking shit if you only study anatomy and don't look at it in motion. People actually moving with skin over their freaking muscles. You're like Guilty Gear. You're just like, oh, ripped. Oh, no fat content whatsoever. It's all muscle. You know what I mean, right? It's like, no. Like, meat. Learn about meat. Learn where the meat goes. But yeah, learn how to do like quick gestural sketches and stuff like that. It's not gonna look good at first. Make peace with it. Just have some fun. I build mechs in a game called Space Engineers, and the way I make them move is with artificial muscles. Yeah, made with pistons. So I have an okay-ish understanding of how muscles work, but robot stuff is not to be used as reference for 3D models. Yeah, yeah. Well, if you already know, like there's adductors and abductors, muscles that move different things different ways. I think that's a pretty good starting point. It's a pretty good foundation. Um, so that's good. That's something to work with. You know what I mean? Even anything helps. And like drawing, songwriting, anything, right? It's gonna suck for a while, You just have to focus on the progress rather than the product. You know, how did I do this better than last time? What could I do better about this? You know, like you might see the whole thing and be like, I don't even know where to go from here. But like, try to focus on one thing to improve at a time. This time I'm going to practice expressions. This time I'm going to practice posing. And just don't be afraid to fail. Just build yourself, you know? Making elbows at first when I didn't have a great idea of how pistons really work was a pain in the ass somehow. I can imagine. I can imagine. But yeah, they lend to each other. Yeah. Good luck, man. I'm looking forward to seeing what you make. All right. Here we go. By the way, in the Blecken crew, for those who are already members or are interested, there is a Your Creations channel for just if you want to share something quick, if you want to share something with everybody else. It's like, here it is, look, I made this, right? It's a great place to do it. There's also a personal showcase channel that you can just make it your own, post whatever you want there. You'd be like, this is like a little tiny mobile portfolio so people can see what you make. You're more than welcome to share stuff there and just make your own little spot. Highly recommend it. I'd love to see what you made. It may or may not be a game, and I may or may not also be learning C++ for UE5, Unreal Engine 5. Wow, that's really cool. Jack and I were just talking about how much we want to learn how to frickin' code and make our own games, respectively. Little tiny baby. Roller skating around. I think I'm gonna make her body additionally small, or her head additionally big. It's really small. When you're small, you are tiny. That'll be good. I'll just erase the excess here. Very cute. I'm enjoying this so far. I'm glad I pivoted because if I had another, I don't know if I'm gonna finish this on stream, but like I'm gonna fucking try. You know what I mean? I'm sick of this. Sick of it. Looking at myself in the mirror like, what have I become? Same thing I always been. You got this? All right, cool, cool, cool. I mean, from what I see so far, UE5 is more intuitive than people tend to make it out to be, so I'd recommend that as a starting point. I learned Python first too, but C++ isn't that big a jump, so I'd recommend trying to learn that first. C++? Is there a different way to pronounce that, by the way? That I'm just saying it stupid. Okay, good. Just making sure because I know that there's like C sharp or something. I don't know the intricacies of that at all. Not even a little bit. So I'm just making sure. Not making an ass of myself here. If it was C sharp, that's okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The hashtag, the obviously musical. Yeah, C sharp, like the guitar tuning that I sometimes use. That's C sharp. But yeah, C++ plus plus is just making sure. You never know, right? Awesome. Thank you. Dad likes Unity better, so I'm curious to find out how they differ. I know my good buddy Eric, who is making the Lucid game. God, that looks fucking good. He's kicking ass. I don't even know how he's like doing any of the things that he's doing for as long as he's been doing them. Especially with like how discouraging the internet can be as a place to share your work, depending on the circles you're rolling in. It's like I don't know. He's a superhero as far as I'm concerned. So, but yeah, I feel like he's working in. I think he's working in Unity, but I don't remember. I know he's doing coding from scratch after he started with like Game Maker, and he's just like, this stuff that I want to do needs more specific control, so he learned it personally. Jack Draws, the game design course at the community college is like sponsored by Unreal or something, so I think they'll probably teach us how to use it, which will be cool. That's great. Lucid is so fucking pretty. Yeah, Eric is you cool. Thank you. I appreciate you. I'm glad someone knew. I don't want to spread misinformation in general, let alone about my friend and the project that he's working very hard to complete. That's dope. All right, and the floor is here. Leg is gonna go way the frick back there. I want to have the roller skates parallel, so that it kind of implies that they're both on the same plane. What do you like the design of better in terms of looks, chat? Do you like roller skates or roller blades better? Not necessarily which do you prefer to use, because I've actually never used rollerblades myself, only skates. But visually speaking, I love roller skates. I like the little car shape. I think they're really cute. Game Maker is nice to start out with, but can be more difficult to expand upon from what I hear. Yeah, it makes sense that he took that path. Kenjamin, I'm trying to learn G develop because I don't want to code, but I've hit a point where I just need to get into it and do it for it to stick. Yeah. Jack Tries depends on the character. I think rollerblades feel more futuristic, quads feel more retro. That's really that's a good way to describe it. I also think that rollerblades are more cool. You know what I mean in terms of like, say like one linear shape, it's a little bit sleeker and more refined or mature feeling from like a knee-jerk reaction, whereas roller skates look and feel friendly to me, which also kind of lends to futuristic versus retro. Yeah, yeah. I find blades easier to use, but skates are definitely better for starting out and learning. Yeah, yeah. Aesthetically speaking, yeah, I agree with you, Jack, that it does depend on the design. I find quads easier, but that's probably because I skated quads as a kid. That's how I learned. I got pretty fast, but like, yeah, going so fast. Quack, 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 quack. Okay. Co-sign that. I think skates also add to the childlike nature of the character. Agreed. Exactly. Blades feel very 90s extreme to me. Yeah, 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 exactly. Like extreme sports. Rocket power. That one was actually on purpose. Yep. Mm-hmm. No, I could feel a lot of the decisions that you were making just on sight, and I think it speaks to the fact that you've had the character for a couple of iterations and long enough to iterate, so to speak. You know what I mean? Let me just do. I'm gonna figure out where to put this arm real quick. Maybe I'll put it in the front. I do like the pose, but the hair is gonna be a problem for that positioning. That's good. Like the guys think that I have thoughts. Dude, what I do is I work through with my hands know the way, my brain and eyes know exactly. Like my eyes and hands are completely in control. I look after the fact and I'm like retracing my steps. Why did I do what I did? Oh, okay, I can see the influence from ABC video game character or these things that I saw. Oh, I can see the kibble of these characters in this design. I don't do shit on purpose 9 times out of 10. I just vibe it out. I post a bunch of DMC memes in media, but only to look at them once you're done. Don't want to distract you, immoral. Oh, thank you. I mean, you know, you got to chat with chat in an art stream. It's otherwise it's just you know it loses the interactivity, I should say. Kenjamin at Jack Draws. Your design work is very clean. There's a lot of great visual storytelling in the character. Hell yeah. ATTACKIN, that means a lot to me. I really love when you can tell who a character is from their design. Yes. I feel like that is a very nuanced process. Here's what I'm gonna do real quick. The motion isn't as good without both arms out. I want it to have that kind of like that sort of like super dynamic quality, right? Super dynamic cooking time. Well, that's a questionable character right there. Japan's like, we don't know anything about Mexico aside from food and luchadors. Let's make a luchador cook, El Fuerte. And like, he's kind of cool, I guess, even without, you know, even with the sort of like questionable nature of his conception. But it is like, it is, I don't know. It's a little like, all right. That leg back there. All right. That belt is very nice, thank you, because otherwise it would be really hard to tell where the hell I was gonna put the waist. I can't forget the Peter Pan collar. After we talked so much about it. Pocket, 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 seam, pocket. Yeah, I need the arm to change position because it's just not gonna fly for me. Maybe like I'll shrink this one a little bit too, kind of exaggerate the angle. I don't do I don't do this on anything outside the sketch. The sort of distort thing. We really dialing up the forced perspective. I don't do that outside of sketch because I feel like it detracts. Not only does that fuck up the pixels when you're working within Procreate, it also has a very different. It feels like kind of After Effects y. You know what I mean? Like the program. I think it's better to do it. Finish it with um, all in the same. All in the actual file, the actual layers. Don't complete it and then squash it. It'll might mess with your lighting, etc., etc. Okay, I'm gonna do a really quick background. At least suggest it, like a road, real quick. Perspective has slightly changed. Oh, what if we did like that, dude? That's kind of tight. Yeah, I like that. Maybe a little bit more space for the road. A couple of buildings here. Go full Mega Man vibes just a little bit because unpredictable, inconsistent. I like orb buildings. This is not going to be super rendered, this background. I just want to have something for you to sort of like sink your teeth into. It's like certain decisions that you make in terms of coloration and everything hold no gravity whatsoever if there's no background, right? It's just somebody in space and it's fine, right? And that's its own vibe. But like you really like a lot of some things really lean on the presence of a background. Getting good at that is a trial, but a necessary evil, just like anatomy. I try not to make the waist. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Try to make. France tried to make an anime. All things considered, it could be worse. It's called Wakfu. Wakfu, huh? Hmm. I mean, France is like always popping off in terms of animation. I don't know if they just care about it more over there. They're like, we need more exports. You guys are good at animating. I know, I can think of like three or four French animation studios that I follow on Instagram that are just like, oh, holy shit, right? Um, but yeah, they're really into animation over there. Jack tries. I try to make the waist of her overalls a little too high, like they do on kids' clothes. Yeah, I try not to warp too much past the rough sketch. Yeah, you're making her look so cool. Thank you, Luke. I don't have a tablet, so I've been using a keyboard and mouse to draw. And goddamn, Control Z is my. It so is. It so is. Imagine every time you hit Control Z. Imagine you had to slap your computer screen with two fingers. That's what you got to do in Procreate Dreams. You have to. There's no undo button. You have to do that. And I do that now. I'm used to it because again, workflow. But like, yeah, it's annoying. They made it that shit in Adobe Flash too. Oh wow, damn. Kenjamin, I've heard of Wakfu. The character design is pretty intriguing, but that is the extent of my knowledge. I know nothing of this. I know absolutely nothing of this. I think I'm gonna alter her angle just a smidge, just to fit with the background a little bit more. Make that a little bit more straight ahead. Okay. All right. She's in that backpack. It's fine. Yeah, maybe I will do a little hand right here. Little hand. That's decent. I'm okay with that. I think it's an okay choice. She's kind of dabbing in motion, and I guess that's fine. All right. Now let's just clean this up a smidge. I'm gonna keep it loose, but I am going to do some line art real quick. No, not the dab. Oh, she looks so cool. Thank you. There's a fly in my room and it's driving me up the damn wall. LMR. I'm sorry for your loss. Let's see.
You go to heck. You go to heck.
This. Get rid of that. Background sketch. Let's do that. This. Merge down, combine down. Line art over this. Drawing assist off. Get your drawing guide out of here. Get your smelly, stinky drawing guide out of my face. I think I'm actually going to do little bit brighter blue for the line art to really get that kind of sunny energy that I want to bring. Noxamillion and Quilby are some of my fave character designs like ever. Damn, that's awesome. We're in a very interesting age for character design because there's a lot, like before, if you were looking to design something that was animated or comic books or anything like that, you pretty much had like a few cartoon channels and a bunch of comics, right? But you had like the major comics that were Marvel or DC and like established in the lexicon before metaverses were an established phrase, that odious phrase, metaverse or a multiverse. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. Thinking and drawing at the same time apparently tough. But uh now it is a complete deluge of influences between how many games there are, how many indie artists, how many people who are just making OCs have been on Tumblr for like a while, right? Just churning them out. Indie animators, like professional anime, like a lot of new animations are coming up, indie or otherwise. Like the rules have been completely uh, unmade, basically, right? Like there are no more rules, and like so you basically have to. It's all about what you saw in what order. You know what I mean? What you saw first, and what impacts you, and stuff like that. And I just think it's so interesting. Like just going on Art Fight and seeing all of, like the crazy shit that people are doing. It's like, well, I know where you got that. I know where you got that. Ooh, that's interesting. Like what conjunction of influences? Like, oh yeah, you played Anna Dream Barbecue. Yep, I could see that. I could see that OC that you made for that. And like I'm a natural born like I am a hater for a lot of things, but I'm also like really supportive of making art for the sake of making art. So it's like again, I have two sides, right? It's like oh, well, that's contrived, and then it's like that was pretty fucking cool. Like, but you made something. Again, you made something. That's awesome. It's like I can appreciate you made something even if I don't necessarily like it as a thing, and sometimes I like it and am happy that you made it. Right? It's like it's fine to have taste. You shouldn't be shamed for having taste or standards, but you also have to measure. If you have standards, you have to measure it with like the understanding that like it's good that this was made, and you never know who's gonna make what down the line. What was just a stepping stone in this person's creative journey. There's a lot of beauty to be had in that. Kilby. Oh, it's pronounced Kilby? That makes sense. LMR. I forgot what studio it was, but like DreamWorks or something somewhat recently made their in-house animation software publicly available. So that's kind of cool. Yo, that's awesome. Luke Vaderson, I have two sides. Steal a soul for a second chance and bless me with the leaf of off the tree on it. I see the freedom rain. Again, I don't know what that is from, but I enjoy it. Like put a curve of the hand. I joined the Discord. Here's how we're gonna make you regret this. Oh, fuck! Welcome aboard, dude! Happy 100 members of the Blecken crew. Congratulations, man. You did it. That's awesome. Both of my sides are devil and never cry from TMC3. Of course. Of course. Of course. Dude, that's awesome, man. Welcome aboard. It's a good spot, and hopefully more to come. More people's, more mouths to feed is a good thing in this case. Jazz. Hands. Please. Hands, please. Welcome aboard, man. Hell yeah. Hopefully we don't scare you too much about, hey. Come on. Yeah. I'm gonna do like a... Yeah, I think I'll do that instead. Go. Tiny, tiny little hands. Yeah. Very, very fast hands. Looks alright. Looks decent. Tiny hands, my one weakness. No, no, it fits the character. Ja, das ist gut. Es tut mir leid. Mir leid, mein Deutsch ist nicht sehr gut. I think that says my German is not so good. Or yeah, right? I don't, or Dutch is not so good. I don't speak German at all. Was? Jack Ross. I was quoting Garnet from Steven Universe. Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's a Garnet line. I got it. Tiny hands, my one weakness. I see. I can't draw hands at all, so you're better. So you're better than me. Hands are so hard to draw, dude. Freaking hands, man. It's because they're really like dense in comparison to the rest of the human body. Like it's so small in comparison to like think about like even like an arm and then the hands. You know what I mean? Like arm pretty long, pretty simple, and then it's like what the fuck is that? It needs to be that complicated, but it is a machine. It's crazy. Hands and faces are the most common for Uncanny Valley. Like you just know when they're off. Yeah, and they're unmistakably human is another thing. Like, there are some apes that have hands kind of similar to ours, but they're not the same, right? You can tell the difference on sight. We've become very finely tuned to recognize human features in as little time as possible. Come on. Just a tiny little bit. No pointy chins. Only slightly round chins. Like they can be narrow or thin. I don't like anime Dorito face. I've grown beyond anime Dorito face. And I refuse to go back. I won't do it. I won't do it. Not gonna do it. You can't make me. Just gonna have it coming out from behind. All right. Well, that is definitely time. Um, if I had started with this idea, it would be done by now, but I didn't, so I'm paying the price. But I will finish this attack and I will send it off on my art fight, and I'll put it in the Discord. And yeah, she looks so cute so far. I can't wait to see this. Yay! Thank you. I'm so glad you like it so far. It's not far off. I'm gonna do a very gestural like a very quick background, and I think the coloring style should be pretty fast as well. But thank you guys so much for joining me for another Visual Wednesday, and I hope to see you in my next stream, Devil May Cry Day Friday, where we will finish Devil May Cry 3 and probably play a little bit as Virgil, because you gotta play a little bit as Virgil. I might be doing some grinding off screen. I've been doing a little bit of Bloody Palace, a little bit of normal mode, trying to super S rank that. Because I feel like it's fine to have all my shit maxed out when I'm approaching the final level in hard mode. I think I'm okay. Like, it's not violating a challenge run or something, because I don't even give a shit to begin with. But anyway, great to have you. Next stream's Friday, Devil May Cry Day Friday. If you're not already following me on Art Fight, I'm Blackvoot there, same as here. Let's fight each other with art. I'm going to keep trying to squeeze some of these in between commissions, but I got a lot of shit I got to get done, so I'm probably not going to be super active this year. Happy to have all my references up, though, at least most of them. Now, you went to take a piss and you're leaving? Damn, just because you pissed, LMR, we're done here. You and your pissing must be stopped. I'm just kidding. I'll see you in the Discord, man. If you guys want to follow me other places, oh my God, Moxie, that's my favorite reaction that I get from Mox. Just no caps, no punctuation. Oh my! I read it in H. John Benjamin's voice. Oh my God, right? If you want to follow me, those are the places to do it, right? YouTube, Instagram, Blue Sky, etc., etc. If you want to support me and you have the means, I am just a lowly little urchin artist painting and eating my paintings like Squidward. Yeah, Patreon's there. Ko-fi, it has commissions listed. I'm booked up right now, completely. But you can see what I offer, and you could just DM me. I'll let you know when I'm accepting shit. Paint. And last but not least, join the Blecken crew. We just got our 100th member! I'm very excited to see what happens next. And I'll see you guys next time. Much love. Take care. Oh, yo, 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 yo. I just realized one of my favorite content creators, Brutal Moose, is still live with one of my favorite streams. I just want to pop in and say hi. If any of you are still in chat, I don't blame you for not being. I'm going to go over there for a raid. You're welcome to just raid and dip, but I just want to support him because I love him. So, raid time. I'm going to put the bye-bye screen back, but raid time. Love y'all.